Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, give it up for Garrett Casino! I hope I said your last name right. I'm not in the mob.
Close enough. Close enough. Nobody ever gets it right. Hey, how's it going, everyone? I feel like I just stand up here so that Patrice likes me. I'm one of those short people she hates so much. I will say this though, Patrice, my ex-girlfriend, we just broke up last week. She was 6 feet tall. She also had 2 black belts in karate. I was her girlfriend, is what I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm a straight white man on this show. Yeah, it's legally not allowed to be a comedy show until one of us shows up. That's the law. But also, that makes me the minority, so we're taking that away from y'all too. So I don't know if you guys can tell just from the last 30 seconds, but I got bullied when I was a kid. It started out like 9, 10 years old. I started getting called like nicknames. They called things like Garrett the Carrot, Garrett the Parrot, Garrett the Pussy Ass Titty Baby Crybaby Bitch. Which particularly hurt my feelings because I was homeschooled. Yeah, my mom's a mean drunk, is what I was saying. That's not really true. My mom's actually a lovely woman that I do not speak to anymore. I don't talk to any of my parents. Because the last time I talked to my mom, I found out she doesn't know the difference between a butt dial and a booty call. That's a very uncomfortable conversation for a 33-year-old person to have with their mother. What happened, Bill? We were talking, we were catching up, and then she's like, hey, I'm getting another call. I'll call you right back. 45 seconds later, she calls me back. And I was like, what was that? She's like, oh, that was your Uncle Mike. He must have booty called me. I didn't know how to tell her that that's not what that was. For a lot of reasons. The main one being that when my Uncle Mike booty calls me, it lasts more like 45 minutes. But he's a passionate guy. Broke up me a lot when I was a kid. Uncle jokes, alright, not your flavor. Alright. Like I said, I recently became single, which is terrifying for a man in his mid-30s. Because that means I'm going to have to start dating again. Dating sucks. Well, mostly dating me sucks. But like, I can have the one benefit. A lot of my female friends have told me I have a certain amount of animal magnetism, which basically just means dogs love me. And sometimes their pets are cool too. Yeah, see, in that joke I have sex with other people. You got it. No, it's like, I'm not looking forward to it. Last time I was dating, I just went over so many crazy dates. Like, I'm in my 30s now, but everybody who matches me in old dating sessions in their 20s. Like, I'm done with Tinder at this point. Not to say I'm off Tinder, I've just hit the bottom, you know? Like I'm just scraping at the dredges at the bottom. I swear, the other day I came across a profile that was just like 3 blurry photos, all had Snapchat filters on them, and then her bio just said in all caps, I ain't trying to fuck through a no panoramic. I was like, alright, let's try Bumble, see if we can read over a Bumble. But then Bumble's kind of bullshit too, right? Because that's the one where like, the women have to send their first message. And if I'm going to get ignored by women, I don't need an app for that. I can do that in real life every day. But I don't know, I've run into so many weird dates in my life, like, especially dating younger people, I wasn't prepared for all the new questions. It's like, I dated someone for a while, got single, started dating younger, and I'll give you an example. When I was dating this girl, sat down with her, we started having a drink, and the first question she asked me was like, what's your sign? I was like, I'm prepared for this one, I'm a Leo. I was not prepared for the follow-up question. And she said, do you know your rising? And I freaked out, like, fuck, you can see that. And I'm not here to talk shit about people who believe in astrology. I'm really not. Because I was raised Catholic, and that's way worse. Because, like, astrology, you do your own thing, you leave people alone. You don't go on mission trips to other parts of the country teaching people the good news they're perfectly happy not knowing. That being said, I would love to see the astrology mission trip. You know, just like a bunch of like 23-year-old Stephanies down in Guatemala or whatever. Just like, that's right, Pablo. You are a Cancer, and Mercury is in retrograde. That's so good. But that's when like the translator has to be like, actually, what he said is that he has Cancer. Because there's mercury in the water. That joke is brought to you by the CIA, for all you history nerds out there. Now, it's been kind of interesting. I've dated mostly white women in my life. You can probably tell that, right? It's not my choice. It is not my choice. That's just a blank deck I couldn't tell. But I found that every single white woman I've dated has two things in common. They all love documentaries about serial killers and being choked to death. And it started to make me think that there's a correlation between those two things. Right? You know, we're having sex, she wants me to choke her, she's asking me to choke her harder, but what she's thinking is, it's me, I'm making a murderer right now. So that makes me come immediately. And that's when I get to leave and whisper, no, we just made a murderer. Because if you pay attention to those documentaries, you know, absent fathers are one of the signs. I'm not sticking around. I'm going to do that again, or whatever. It's tender. Yeah, stalk me on Instagram. I dare you. It is, being single is tough. Like, I've been together for a year, which I know isn't that long of a time. It was the first, like, real relationship I've had in a long time. I've just gotten engaged, and that was good. She had a self-injectory, which means she had her 4 tooth removed, which was great. I changed professions. I went from an escape artist to an interior decorator. She was letting me come in her, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna miss that. But it's also weird because, like, when you think about now, it's just like watching porn. But I'm not watching porn as the same person I used to be watching porn. You know, I'm in my mid-30s now. My tastes have changed. I watch a lot more like massage themed porn, but just the massage parts, because that's more in line with what my fantasy is these days. But yeah, once the dick comes out, I don't really it. I will say this though, like, there's a moral to these next two stories I'm going to tell you. The moral is, do not fall down a porn rabbit hole after you've already come. Don't do it. Because I was watching some adult entertainment the other day, and after I concluded my activity, it was like a new variety. So I was like, yeah, I want to see how old this actress is, right? So I did a little Google and I found out that she's a year younger than me. So I don't know if you guys have thought about killing yourselves recently, but finding out that like your mildly kinky little activity is just age-appropriate normal, that'll do it for you. The other time that happened to me, and I should have known with the MILF thing, because the last time that happened to me, I was watching that and the guy in it, he was completely naked, he was doing the sex stuff, you know, that's what we call it. And he was completely naked except for like an athletic sleeve that covered one of his arms. And I just got so curious, so I finished up, I cleaned up, and then I got to Googling. So I'm like, what the fuck is on this man's arm that even Brazzers.com was like, dude, you gotta cover that up. Because like, I'm expecting Nazi shit, right? Is anybody else like, that's exactly the first thing the populism, that's some Nazi shit on it, right? I wish the end of the story was better because I did find out. He just has like the Disney live action Alice in Wonderland like as a sleeve tattoo. I wanted Nazi shit! Probably shouldn't say that so loud. It's just yeah. But porn is weird, like, because like some people like, you know, porn sets like unreal expectations and like Jimmy's wedding and all this stuff, and like it's okay to see that's not really good! I don't want real life when I'm watching porn. Like, what am I supposed to Google for like real life porn? Like POV 4.5 inches, missionary only, drone. Oh, I forgot. Less than 10 minutes. Yeah, like, there's a lot of modifiers that we're trying to look up realistic porn for me, okay? This is my fantasy, don't fuck with it. That's why I was pissed off with the real thing, too. It's like, don't remind me that I'm like actually in my real life a healthy, well-adjusted person. This is porn. Save that healthy, well-adjusted shit for real life. This is a fantasy. Dating people age appropriately is for real life, not for porn. That's right. So I'm not from here originally. Like, you guys are living here, you guys live here. I moved here to take a gap in college 14 years ago. Yeah, because like 3 years ago, I noticed in the Rose was opening like escape rooms. And it was just, I'm like, why? New Orleans is an escape room. But it's been fun living here. I never really truly felt like a local though until about 7 years ago. Because that's when I felt like I was going for it. That's when I was like, oh, they like me. They really like me. And it was pretty strange. I was out drinking with some friends, walking home, 2 o'clock in the morning. And 3 guys came out of the car. They put 200 ribs. They took the $27 I had in my wallet, my cell phone, and my joke book. Right? Joke book being the most ridiculous of those I had to steal, right? They probably just threw it away. Or maybe they started reading it and was like, this is the most fucked up diary I've ever seen in my life. But the one I legitimately don't have is the least likely of the options with the joke book. But I hope I see one of those motherfuckers at a show trying out my material. Although I guess it doesn't really feel as if they get that relaxed than I do. But then, like, so they're going through, they're taking my shit, and they punch me in the face twice. Because as we're going through my wallet, I just have my ID back. Like, please let me just have my driver's license. And they turned my wallet back and caught it, punched me again in the door. But I looked at my wallet and they left. So I really care. Because I know people have been punched in the face twice, but it's better than a trip to the DMV. But my favorite part about the entire situation was the competitive. Because I got mugged by people with much nicer things than me. Right? I was walking home at $27 for a shitty cell phone. They had a gun. They had a car. They had 2 friends. I'm here to say, you guys are wonderful. Give it up for Chris Comedy and us.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Gary Glendale! Coming up next, our glow-in-the-dark queen.